So on this one, we're just going to go through and we're going to go from, like I said, 10 to 1. So let's do it, boss. Number 10 right here.
Yep. Number 10 is surveillance. So these are one of the many lands with the basic land archetypes, which is the main 5 colors. And they actually have the basic land names on them, so they're fetchable with fetch lands, and it just gives you additional value on the first turn, just in case you can't cast anything on turn 1. Obviously, if you have something like Soul Ring or anything like that, you wouldn't want to fetch this. You would instead fetch a Shock or something that comes in untapped. But this is a very, very good, decent card just for some early turn value. And specifically, if you're playing graveyard decks, Surveil 1 is pretty good turn 1, as you could put anything in your graveyard on the top from the top of your library. So
awesome. So no complaints on this?
No, I'm pretty happy with that at 10 because it comes in tapped. If it didn't come in tapped, this will definitely be at 1. But as it comes in tapped, it slows the game down. And I'm very happy with this at 10.
All right. Number 9, Shifting Woodland.
All right.
It could be anything you need. What does that mean? It can be anything you need.
Yeah. So this is a universal card. So I'm going to say this should definitely be in the top 3. This should definitely not be in the anywhere near 9. Basically what this means is this one land can become anything in your graveyard. So first, let's read the card. So when it enters, it enters tapped unless you control a forest. So that's easy. With the Surveil lands that we revealed earlier and the Shocks and just basic forest period, this will usually enter untapped. It taps for a green pretty good. But Delirium means that you have to have 4 or more card types in your graveyard. So it could be land, planeswalker, creature, instant, or anything of the sort. But as long as you have those 4 different card types in your graveyard, you could pay for it and have this become anything in your graveyard. Like, literally, it is the most universal land I've ever seen in my life, honestly.
Can I ask a noob question here? And if anybody's first time watching this, we won't, I won't talk your ear off about it again, but I'm getting into it. Like, literally, I've been editing for a year and a half, but like, we're going to pick a pre-con deck that I'm going to buy at the end of this episode. But Shifting Woodland, okay, the 2 different it is two different arts, or what's the deal here?
Yeah, so there is the borderless art, which is, actually, this is extended art. So it just means that the top side of the card doesn't have a border, but the bottom side of the card does. Mm-hmm. It kind of just expands the art to make it look kind of cooler.
So do you prefer that?
With most cards, I do, but with some cards, the regular looks a lot better than the extended art or the borderless card.
Awesome. So this is literally, it holds up to the tagline of it can be anything you want. Wow. If everything in life were like that.
Yeah, it's literally anything that you possibly put in your graveyard.
Excellent. A little dark, but excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Great stuff. Number 8, Overlord of the Hauntwoods.
Yeah. So this card in specific, I haven't fully read through the other cards of this list, but if I had to select a position for this card, I think this will also be in the top 5. This shouldn't belong anywhere near 8, mainly because landfall with this specific creature is broken. Like, it is like everybody kind of hates this card. I don't know why. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why, but everybody kind of hates this card, but I really love this card. And the reason why is you're getting a land every single turn. And that land can tap for any color. So it's like when you're playing Landfall, it allows you to play 2 lands per turn, including the one you get off of him. So it ramps you into bigger things and makes turns more possible and all that kind of stuff too. Plus, you could just cast them on turn 3 and wait 4 turns to get them out.
Okay. So number 8.
So this should definitely be in the top 5.
Awesome. Oh, so you think this should be a little bit higher than 8?
Yeah, this should be higher on my list.
Gotcha. Because of it's universal. It's more universal.
Yeah. So it is specifically for landfall reasons, this card is good.
All right. Let's go to 7 here. The split up. Someone is getting blown up. Less optimistic.
So this card is a 3-mana board wipe. We have never seen this ever in Magic. There's never been a turn 3 board wipe ever. And that's what makes this card good. It also makes it universal. So like if you're playing more of an aggro type list, you can tap your things to attack and then destroy all untapped creatures. Gotcha. And it's like a strategy type influence. And it is the cheapest board wipe ever. This should also be in the top 5.
Gotcha. So for economic reasons as well. So getting close to that top 5, number 6, Trouble in Pairs. I almost said Paris. Trouble in Pairs. Whoops, yes. Too good.
Yeah, it is. This card is one of the cards where you're trying to put this into any white deck just for the value. I don't specifically like this card. I feel like there's better cards. Like if I had to choose a card better than this, it would probably be Mangara. It pretty much does the same thing, but it's a legendary creature instead of an enchantment. This card should definitely be lower down the list, I think. Gotcha. This card is good for value, but is not good for anything else.
It's not whoops too good.
Yeah.
It's not literally not maybe a little bit of a boastful name there. So that's first one that we have set a little bit higher back up in the list instead of or lower, however you want to put it. Not as good. Number 5, Caretaker's Talent, class of its own. Yeah,
so I like this at number 5. This isn't too good, and it's also not the most busted thing ever. So like it's like right in the middle of competition here. You specifically play this in token decks. There's not many out there, but for who, like if you're playing tokens out there, this is definitely a card that you choose to be in the 99.
Gotcha. Wow, this looks like a little bit of like Christopher Robin art here. So that's your number 5. We're moving to number 4 right there. Withering Torment, a rare removal spell. That's a little bit of a tongue twister there.
Yeah. The only reason this is rare is it's a black removal spell that hits enchantments. Mm-hmm. So there's only like 1, 2, maybe 3 more cards that do this type of thing, but they're not at instant speed like this card is. And that's what makes this card decent. In my honest opinion, this card is probably 7 on this list. Mainly because the usage of this card is not as good as people think it is.
Mm-hmm.
but it should also be played in every black deck. Like if you're playing black and not any other colors, just mono black, this card is usually played in the deck.
Was this in our mono blacklist?
Is this in my mono blacklist?
The one we put out. Sorry, I don't know off the top of your head if you remember or not. We only had 5 cards in that.
No, it's not.
Gotcha.
There are much better cards in black than this, but
absolutely. And remember, guys, if you agree, disagree, we want to hear your thoughts. When you're watching this after it's off, thoughts below. Not just, hey, I hate that host, Justin. Like how you feel about Zack's picks here. So, okay, number 3, Warren Soul Trader. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this card is at 1. It's outrageous that it's at 3. Like that. This pretty much combos off with a ham sandwich. So like any sacrifice deck or anything like that runs infinite combos, that this is just the most busted card I've ever seen printed, probably in this category.
All right. Yeah, you heard it first. Not worthy of number 3. Maybe not even worthy of being on the list. Going away to number 2.
No, opposite.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this card's number 1.
Oh,
yeah. This is not worthy of 3 because it's at 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, really. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know where I was. Sorry, I was looking at this other list. All right, so the opposite of what I said. That's why you get to hate the host comments. That's why those are warranted. So yeah, okay. Number 1, not number 3. The opposite of what I said, and that's why I am a noob. Moving to number 2, War Leader's Call. Get some bonus value, bro.
Yeah. So this is gonna be farther down the list. This doesn't deserve 2, honestly. It's just an anthem for your creatures, gives your creatures +1/+1, and it's basically a I forget what the card is, but basically when a creature enters, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, which isn't really special like other cards in this list, but this should be probably 8.
Gotcha.
Probably
good.
Yeah. So just definitely lower on the list.
Yeah, I'm trying to just really, really quick their explanation of it. Yeah, even their explanation of it really is kind of what you just said, but they still have it at number 2. Odd. We will find out. We'll cite who wrote this. We'll link this in the information below since we're sourcing this. Okay, number 1, drum roll, Patchwork Banner. Kindred decks have never been better. Again, big boast.
Yeah, so this at number 1 is disgraceful. This shows us that Wizards in 2024 and these kinds of lists are absolutely terrible. It's the same as number 2. It's just an anthem, and it's also a mana rock, so it kind of ramps you. But this should nowhere be near the top 10 of this year.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like this card is absolute garbage.
Oh man. Yeah, so let us know if you agree with Zack's insight here, if you just are if Kindred decks have literally never been better, or if it's just literally garbage. So thank you, Zack, and you're back and clear. So we will be going on to the next one, which we're going to go on to the strongest decks